And in our business stories, the master developer, operator and manager of ports and industrial zones in the capital, Abu Dhabi Ports, has seen a surge of 36% in container volumes this year. According to a statement, it was mentioned that a jump in container volumes was recorded during the first 10 months of this year as compared to the same period last year. The statement added that container volumes increased by 36% at the Khalifa Port Container Terminal, which is operated by Abu Dhabi Terminals. The CEO of Abu Dhabi Ports, Mohammed Juma Ash-Shamsi, was quoted as saying that their double-digit growth in all three cargo sectors, especially the top performance and the flagship Khalifa Port, has a special significance within the slowdown of the global maritime industry. It was stated that the Khalifa Port Terminal moved 1,204,993 20-foot equivalent units, up from 889,165 TEUs in the same period last year. The single busiest month in terms of a surge in container volumes this year was October, when the port handled 157,673 TEUs. It was also revealed that this year the roll-on roll-off traffic at the terminals saw a 29% rise, with 110,831 vehicles, up from 85,835 last year. All roll-on, roll-off operations were transferred to Khalifa Port from Zayed Port this year to meet the growing demand from the automotive sector in the UAE, which contribute to the upswing in volumes. In a move towards ensuring energy efficiency, Jebel Ali Free Zone has signed an agreement with Etihad Energy Services Company to retrofit around 157 buildings of staff accommodation through a project worth a total of 64 million dirhams. At a ceremony, the agreement was signed by His Excellency Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, the chairman of DP World and Ports, Customs and Free Zone Corporation, together with His Excellency Saeed Mohammed Al-Tayr, the chairman of Etihad ESCO. Described as the world's first Sharia-compliant retrofit building project, officials announced that National Bonds will be the main investment partner, with the project to be funded through energy savings of 22 million dirhams a year, which results in 31% reduction of current energy costs. While revealing the details of the project, officials from Etihad ESCO added that the project includes replacement of 5,000 old AC units, replacement of 85,000 light fixtures with high-efficiency LED lighting, and replacement of 31,000 old water fixtures. As a result of the 6-year retrofit project, panelists added that they are expecting a total of 158 gigawatt-hours worth of savings, 1.2 billion gallons of water, as well as reduction of 73,000 tons of carbon dioxide emissions from their staff accommodation, which houses 50,000 workers.
This is a very small building. We have actually more than 30,000 building. We started with 157 building, and the saving is huge actually, with respect of power, gigawatt hour, and with respect of water also consumption. This is a green project, Sharia compliance. The payment of this project will be from the saving of the bill in this building. Definitely at the end, within 4 years, the payback period will be completed, and at the end you will have a green project.
There are about 50,000 people living in these buildings. What will happen? We're going to change the air conditions to a more efficient air condition. They're going to change all the lights to LED light. They're going to change all the water pipes and put a system to save. This translates, every year we're going to save 1 billion gallons of water. We're going to save about 35% of the existing DEWA bill. And the workers going to live in a much cleaner environment, much better environment. So basically everybody is winning. The people who live will have a better life. We as a company, as the EZW, we will save almost 30% of our DEWA bill. I think the success of this, which is today, it happened with the signature, will encourage us. We're looking at other also buildings in the JAFZA to basically replace what is energy inefficient to something energy efficient.
The first Knowledge Management Conference to be held outside of the USA kicked off in Dubai today, providing participants with an understanding of what KM is, its benefits to the business, and how it supports an organization's core processes. The two-day conference is a joint venture between APQC and Projects Academy, who invited experts from various industries to speak at the conference and share their experiences and insights. According to experts at the conference, knowledge management is a systematic effort that enables information and knowledge to grow, flow, and create value. Organizations implement KM programs to institutionalize and promote knowledge-sharing practices. They also added that there is a growing realization by leading organizations in the Middle East of the real value knowledge management provides, and choosing Dubai as the first venture in the Middle East was due to the city's fastest growing pace and the constant thirst for knowledge and personal improvement. Through workshops and keynote presentations, the 2015 APQC MENA Knowledge Management Conference is linking the participants with KM experts who represent leading global organizations such as Microsoft and NASA.
I know the people who work in terms of... One of the things you have to understand about NASA is basically the work we do is around complex programs and projects, whether it's robotic missions to Mars or to going to Pluto or the International Space Station. It's about missions. And so we're dealing with a lot of complexity. One of the issues has to do with how do we collaborate, how do we communicate together. So to me, I think if there's one thing to focus on is that really knowledge and effective use of knowledge comes down to people. It's about the social connections that we have with each other. If I'm afraid to answer these questions, then I'm going to hold things back and we're not going to be able to learn, we're not going to be able to get better.
We have always been a place where people can come to benchmark and find best practices. And we started to notice that one part of a company would come to us and ask for best practices and we'd help them find them. And then another part of the company would come to us and ask the same question. And we'd say, why wouldn't these practices transfer? And that's why we got interested in understanding why knowledge doesn't flow in organizations and finding out how to make it flow. And that's why people come to us. They go, knowledge at rest is not of very much use. It's just a database. But knowledge, when it's flowing, is powerful. Well, knowledge flows between people. So the number one piece of advice I would give to a person who wants to increase their knowledge is increase your network. And it's not just your Twitter network, although that's fun, right? It's the network of people that you're actually in conversation with about issues that you both care about. So if you're trying to solve a problem or figure out how to get better in your career, focus on an issue and learn and dialogue with each other, your peers and experts, and that's how you learn more.
Noor Bank posted a net profit of 451 million dirhams for the first 9 months ending September 30, 2015, an increase of 43% from the same period last year. Earnings were bolstered by a 41% increase in net income from Islamic financing and a 44% jump in net fees and other income generated across all business segments. The bank witnessed a significant growth in balance sheet, with total assets increasing by 34% to 38.9 billion dirhams compared with 29 billion dirhams at the end of 2014, while customer financing increased by 5.5 billion dirhams during the first 9 months. Customer deposits remain to be Noor Bank's primary source of funding, which witnessed an increase of 29% to 30.8 billion dirhams during the first 9 months. During the year, the bank's long-term credit rating of A- was reaffirmed with stable outlook.